Let's get going with today's streams. Now, recently we've been streaming quite a bit of arse on this channel. There was Michelin, Report from Hell, the Punishment games, there's that Nijheim game, which admittedly grew on us all a little bit, but still was not very good. Very bland, insipid game. Well, now I get to go back to a happy place on stream with Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. I've never played this game before, but I am quite the fan of the older Harvest Moon games. I ran Back to Nature from start to finish on this channel quite some time ago. Did I finish the game or just run a year? Maybe I ran a year and then slept till victory, because it's not a difficult game. In fact, it's a very difficult game to lose. Now, I would have picked up and played A Wonderful Life had I found it. I believe it came out on the GameCube and probably the PlayStation 2, but if it came out in the PS2, it either didn't come out in the PAL region or my game shop just didn't have it. Back then, if the game wasn't in Virgin Media, or... was it Virgin Media? What was it called? Virgin Megastore, that was it. If it wasn't in Virgin Megastore, or Game Station, well, I just didn't get to play that game. I remember hunting around just to find a copy of Final Fantasy IX, but that's maybe getting a bit too nostalgic. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for this game, because I've never played it and I've never seen it played, but that changes here today. Let's get going with it. After we deal with this game, we've got a much more crushing and punishing proposition with Conquest of Elysium 5, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it in a couple of hours. Right, no system file on this. Well, my system file is chock full of my save data for Rune Factory Tides of Destiny, and if I have to delete that to make space for this, I'm only too happy to do so. That game was a curse. A curse I finally lifted, but what a waste of time Tides of Destiny was. At least I've played it, though. HMV. My HMV shut down pretty hard. He wasn't unhappy. Yeah, I'm not. He didn't seem to have a direction in life. Oh, I think I do. One day I went to see him. I told him about the farm you left to him. Your son didn't seem to know much about farming, but he was willing to give it a try. So, same story in every Harvest Moon. Granddaddy's popped his clogs and you get his farm. Oh, I'm assuming this is Granddaddy's farm. Takakura. Okay, they didn't westernize the name here then. Your dad and I shared the same dream, you know? HMVs outside of Japan love to shut down again and again, Jake. Japan, they love that dog in the logo too much to let it. Yeah, they do love their dogs there. Was that statue of the dog they melted down? This land you see here, okay, this is probably going to be our farm. Looks overrun with grass. Or is it a repurposed rice farm? It has old but strong buildings and some followed trees. Conquest of Elysium 5 a punishment? I assume it'll take over the channel like Dawn 5. I'll talk about that when we get there. For now, it's Harvest Moon o'clock. I think it's your destiny to take on the farm. I'll be here to help you out. It's kind of nice not to have Mayor Thomas around. He became a bit of a caricature of himself. Cattle, sheep, horse around in the barn. These graphics would have been mind-blowing, but that was some time ago. Tool shelf. I imagine we're going to be running through the same rigmarole that we do in every Harvest Moon. Get your cattle, get your tools, get your seeds, get your plough, and till the field. But there's always nuances to each of the Harvest Moons, so I'm wondering what this one's all about. Okay, so we don't chuck things into a basket or a bucket this time. It's into a specific building for it. Rombic says that they really enjoyed the Mega Man Marathon. Pretty amazing. The Mega Marathon was so long ago. And unlike the Mario Marathon, I don't relive it every month. I might rerun that myself, just to see if I can beat my own abysmal time from back then. The thing is, I'm not very familiar with Mega Man 1, 4, or 5, so I really lose the time there. Oh, we get 2 dogs right off the bat. But they're not our dogs, they're strays? Oh man, which one's which? I'll take the pointy-eared one. Oh god, name him. Right, oh, I didn't think of a name at all here. If I knew its gender, then I could pick between Marvin or Rita, but I don't. So I'm gonna assume it's a boy, and I'm gonna call him after my old childhood dog, Homer. Ah, hopefully the other one will still appear in the village though, that'd be nice. Who's this suspiciously friendly guy? He's bending over backwards for us. See, it's playing games like this that made the whole rhetoric of video games being too violent kind of completely wash over me. It's like, yes, I remember all the violence in my Harvest Moon playing. Okay, and Takakura here telling us that there are upgrades to be had, but in a much friendlier sense than you get them in Animal Crossing. Another game I'd like to dip my toes back into. There's a Switch release for it, right? I was thinking about dusting off my Switch because WarioWare Get It Together came out, so sinking a bit more time into that portable console for once, because all I really played on it is Rune Factory. Might be nice. I bought you a cow to get you started. Okay, not often they start you off with the cattle. Normally you work your way up to that. I wonder if the... Oh wait, I have to name the cows as well? Well, there's only one guy I could really call the cow after. There's D. There you go, Mord. Wasn't enough space for the calb, though. Mord, a good name for our first cow. It's already been about 10 days since she gave birth. Wait, so there's a wee... Is there another cow kicking about? Anyway, we get to milk Mord every day. Wait, did he say twice a day? Milk's gonna be flowing here. I wonder if we get subsidies for it. Harvest Moons tend to be endless, wee noob gamers. But they tend to have definitive ends to them. Oh, I'm naming the barn now, aren't we? Oh, Crivens. Right, well, I like to name them after Eastern European countries. Is there enough space for Montenegro? No, definitely not. Yes, perfect, Albania. Albania farm, eh? Sounds good enough to me. They have a lot of farming in Albania. I imagine the rough terrain does not beget it very well. I'm not so sociable, but let me introduce you to... Oh, he's very nice for a guy that claims not to be sociable. Probably just putting on a... Oh, good grief. Right, there's Tim, who runs the Inner Inn, his wife Ruby, and their son Rock. Now, I wonder if these names are the same as they had in the Eastern release. Oh, this is my name, right? Well, main character's always Marvin if it's a boy. I don't tend to like naming main characters after myself. There's something a bit weird about playing a game like an RPG and that, and they go around and blah blah blah. Oh, Jake. Jake, it's your destiny. Jake, your power of friendship. Da da da. I don't really like seeing that so much. But Marvin, I like the name Marvin. And it's not named after legendary Marvin from chat. That is just a happy coincidence. This is Chris? Wally and Hugh. It's quite the mix of names here. Typical Marvelous interactive game ways. You can pretty much tell what a character is like just by looking at them. I feel like I've seen these two before, probably in fan art. And that's all we'll say about that. We still need to name our shoes and socks here. Okay, Romana lives here. Villa, granddaughter Luminous. These must be the rich ones. Did the characters in The Wonderful Life appear in any of the other Harvest Moons? That Luna girl, I feel like I saw her in Harvest Moon DS, but maybe it was just someone very similar. People live over there, twins who make fireworks. Doubtlessly for the firework festival we eventually have. Okay, something's caught my eye. Look at the back. There's a couple of energy beams floating between two pillars. What's that all about? Perhaps the wizard lives there. Okay, Takakura, this isn't gonna sink in if you dump it all over me. Let me go and explore, and let me go and build up my farm. In last night's stream you said long play today. Schedule says Sunday. I assume it's Sunday. Yeah, I didn't take the time to check out the long play list and make an assortment of them, and I figured after the weekly one-shot would be better as well. Fewer Americans. You must be tired by now. Take it easy, rest. Ask me something's coming. I assume we're going to be starting on the 1st or 2nd of spring. Oh, there we go. Harvest Sprite's back again. I use these guys a lot in Back to Nature. They're so good for it. The Harvest Sprites played a huge part in Harvest Moon DS. The whole game was about finding all 100 or so of them. They were hidden around the whole place. Some of them were really quite awkward to get to. I don't think there was much hints about how to get to them either. That game was a mess, though. I mean, as a game, pretty good, but functionality was bugged to high hell. I spent so long trying to marry the witch princess, only to find that it's just completely bugged out in the PAL version and I couldn't do diddly squat. Okay, it only took forever, but we have control now. Running around with analog stick, A to look at things. Takamura gives a table, how nice. Should have our diary that we can make saves in. Memory cards, remember those? 8 whole megabytes of data on the PS2 one, but I don't know how much was on the GameCube one. I assume far less. Is this a music box? The breeze is on. Oh, it is our music. Okay, what's on the telly? I really like this in Back to Nature, the different TV shows you could get. I enjoyed the Farmer Fran things, and there was even some good weekly shows to watch on it. Howdy, it'll get cloudy today. Today's horoscope, a normal day. Talk to people. Someone older than you might bring you some good luck. I'll be sure to dig up Franconian. Farming news, yeah, this is it. So the weird image that they have there. So it's Sid and Jack's learning farming here. Can we plant seeds anywhere? No, you have to sow seeds in a prepared field. You see a section of the farm with good soil, you have to till the soil, plant the seeds. Oh, there's soil quality then. And then there's this Greg's fishing diary. Went out in search of a big one, rowed my small boat overcoming crashing waves. Fishing spot, only hear the sound of the waves, soft cry of the gulls. So I wonder if a lot of the mechanics are going to be more nuanced here than they were in, say, Back to Nature or DS. Japanese sure love their fishing. Yeah, no more Farmer Fran, I think. This guy loves to talk about his fishing there. Okay, I love that there's familiar stuff in here. It looks like we start off with what we need to do some basic cooking. We can only make super salad. But what is a super salad? Okay, no recipes here. I assume we get them from villagers. And they've got cozy down to a fine art in the Harvest Moon games. Well, the early ones at least. Some of the later ones on DS really turned me off of the series in general. I did play the remake of Back to Nature, or Friends of Mineral Town. Wasn't that great? Oh god, this is inverted. Options, please. Okay, out of luck there. This is a familiar looking screen, one that they carried through for quite a lot of the games. Accessories, food, seeds, crops. Grateful to have a reasonable sized inventory here. Actually, it looks like it might be damn near infinite. In Back to Nature, you had 3 slots, including your own hands. Here's our wee map here. Okay, we start out with a milker. Is there a way to equip it? Probably. I don't think there's options to uninvert this, though pressing right makes me look left. Oh well, I'm sure we'll get used to that. I don't know which I hate more, generic anime / JRPG protagonists from this era or the current one. It's all pretty bad with JRPG stuff. Mord's feed box, A button whilst holding fodder. Right, do I have fodder? Probably out of the wee fodder machine here. R is to whistle. Left shoulder button doesn't appear to do anything. Alright, eat up, Mord. It's good for you. Meanwhile... That's holding it. Oh dear, what did I just do to it? I think I equipped it there because I'm milking old Mord here. Oh wow, we've got 2 batches of it. I can eat it, sure, but I probably want to put it away. There we go. Oh good lord, Mord doesn't seem so happy. Maybe it's because I tried to milk her. I played Monster Rancher. Oh, I obsessed with Monster Rancher. 3 it was though. Move all animals into the barn? Well, the only one we have here is in the barn. And there was somewhere to ditch the goodies, right? I think it was into this place. Oh, I actually head inside. Oh, this is... Oh, there is in the end a little box to put my things into. Wait, no, don't leave. Don't leave, I need to sell my stuff here, Marvin. Okay, so this is the bin. The bin seems oddly limited, though. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10... 50 slots for things, but they do stack. And he mentioned a ledger here. Probably showing the dosh that I'm going to be making. I see, I see. You know what? If you put Monster Rancher onto the long playlist, I'll put it into the vote. Well, I'll put it into a vote. Probably not every vote. Maybe not the one upcoming. But that'd be an interesting one to go through. I haven't played Monster Rancher for a long, long time. I really liked how much you could just bully your own monsters. But in the end, it only made them stronger. Seems like there's no up and down movement of the camera. Okay, I was wondering how we get in. But you can just boing boing over that. Now, slight problem. I don't really have a hoe, do I? No, I most certainly don't. Where was the tool shed? Well, that's the barn. That's not going to be my lucky day. Jake just forever playing games from his childhood. Monster Rancher was more a game of my adolescence because it didn't come out in... Wait, do you live here? I must have missed that part. You can always ask me questions. I suggest trying to figure things out on your own. I kinda wish War for the Overworld had thought more about that one. That campaign was really, really bad. Father's dream to have a family farm, you see? Finally. Well, why didn't he have me here? You probably shouldn't open it. Come on. What's the point in going over to a friend's house if you're not going to just raid their fridge? Oh, yeah. It took me a while to figure out how to make my monsters into absolute killing machines. There's a technique for fighting. You're meant to really, really let them build up the amount of stamina they have, and then their attacks will actually hit. Right, so here's my tools. I definitely want that watering can. Give it to me. I'm going to want this heavy sickle. Sure, but where's my hoe? Here's my hoe. Don't know what makes it such a heavy hoe. Now, question is, how do I really go about equipping all of these things? I was told to put them onto C buttons, but the C stick does not appear to be doing a whole lot for me. And if I do this, then I have it in hand to use. We'll find out when we go. Oh, no, I just put it away. Now we got it out. But I probably have to sickle down all this rice first. So... let's try it out. Dakamura's sickle is heavy and hard to use. Okay, well, are we going to use it? Took him a while, but he used it. Ah, right. I think only the darker bits of grass are things that I sickle down here. Put that away for now, kiddo. I don't seem to pull out the grass or anything. Maybe I can just hoe this. Giving me mixed signals here, kid. Okay, maybe this isn't where I hoe. Maybe this is just where I get grass for stuff. Perhaps this is where I do the hoeing. Here we go. Alright, now we're talking. It's an action I've done in so many games and will likely do it in so many more. By going back and forth and tilling the lands. Oh, Wikra massing hep, you just don't understand. There's a certain appeal to these farming-style games. Eastern ones, not Western ones, or rather German ones. Okay, Marvin's getting all tuckered out from all this hoeing, so I think we'll do that last one and call it on that. Things that don't have any seeds to plant, and that's no good. Maybe there were seeds in the barn that I missed. Maybe. If not, I probably have to go into town to find some. I was talking about using the GameCube controller, not the game. Ah, yes. Oh, no, that's not the way. So he got a photo of some lassie on his nightstand there. Calf hutch. Protect a newborn calf. Or do I just shove it in there? It looks like a punching bag. I could play a game of Badger in a bag, but it's less fun if there's a calf in there. A fence to isolate pregnant cow. And here we go, haha. I've got a record for Quiet Winter. And 2 tomato seeds. Now, here's the big question. do the seeds work like Back to Nature, or like, well, many other Harvest Moon games? Also, is there a difference between these different kinds of soil? This one seems greener. Maybe it's better. Cultivated land. The soil is not very fertile. And then... the soil is fertile. Alright. Wham out the tomato seeds, and... ooh... right, looks like you only do it one square at a time. Since I only give you 2 seeds, I assumed that it was going to be many more than that, but I assumed wrong. I think the implication there is that I don't have enough water. He's bad at this. There we go. Alright, the Tomato Empire begins today. Although, let's go and see... let's go and talk to the villagers. A huge part about the Harvest Moon games is enjoying the company of the villagers. And their often severely limited dialogue choices. We'll start off with this weird fellow who looks like he crawled out of Majora's Mask. You look like you have something. Gimme, gimme. Popo Valley. I have not heard of Popo Valley. I'd make a comment about BRs, but that would be beneath me. Oh, steal the flowers. Now, sometimes in these games the flowers have value. Sometimes they don't. They do not. Put you away for now. I will steal what nature has to offer. Ooh, can I carry multiple things? No, one at a time. It was one of the great quality of life innovations of Harvest Moon and Rune Factory, was the stacking of items, and it does look ridiculous when you're wandering around with this really unmanageable looking stack of items in your hands, but it beats the one at a time thing. A strange mushroom, on you go. Whoa, ooh. You're my friend, that's because you're a good guy. I'm glad someone recognizes it. The people of Forget Valley are all quite interesting, so visit them as often as you can. I'm going to assume that eating the mushroom made me small, which allowed me to enter their home. If something's in it, then take it. Try not to take the food from the forest. If you do, then we won't be around much longer. Take away all the food, the pestilence goes as well. Alright, hopefully I'm not small forever. Yeah, okay. So I guess that limits the amount of time you can enter here, because if I try and enter again... yeah, too small. Need to eat mushrooms to become tiny. Alright, nothing but weirdos we've met so far. Where are the much more sane people of this town? Well, this village. I think I guys are really getting tuckered out here. There's no visible stamina. In these older Harvest Moon games, they did not show stamina meters. But you get a visual indicator of when you guys are getting pooped. Hey, Mr. Farm, the name's Marvin, kiddo. I train with my dad every day. It reminds me of those do's and don'ts. It's like for exercising with your baby, there's a don't, and it's showing him pumping iron on a bench. Welcome to Forget-Me-Not Valley. Hello, Cassie. The best pyrotechnician in the world. Don't confuse him with my younger twin Patrick. A very happy looking shirt on. We live in the shack and make fireworks. He's not selling his lifestyle. I live in a shack. Okay, who's this fellow? Looks like a nice guy. Metallurgist, nice to meet you. I've been to a lot of places, so it's most peaceful here. There we go. Typical Marvelous interactive thing. Make a very intimidating looking character and give him a heart of gold. You, I've seen you before. People ask me all the time why I'm travelling. Okay, there always tends to be someone around that's just a traveller dropping by. We had Cliff in Back to Nature, and here we've got Nami. Well, what are you doing here, Nami? Starting to sound like me here. What's up with the tent? Spouse candidate number 1. She looks a little too aloof. Experiment tools don't fit in the house. Whose house? Can we find out who this person is? I also hope there's some kind of hot spring or other stamina restoring thing. Okay, mad scientist. Daryl. Come by my lab sometime and I'll show you one of my amazing experiments. Do you have one that makes me run faster? What was that? There's a stain. How remarkable. Where does he sleep? Maybe he just sleeps on his grotty looking couch. But this looks more like a level out of Candice. Okay, here we go. Somebody else is planting crops here. But given the way that they're planted, it makes me worry that when you have fully grown crops, you can't walk over them. Ah, the bar. Perfect. Well, hey, it's 2:37. Could have started drinking long ago. Hit me up, bartender. I'm the owner of the Blue Bar. The Blue Oyster. Come by any time you want to relax after work. Well, my work day's over. If you want a drink, yes please. So what you have? The red punch, the blue punch, the moon trip, the moo moo milk, the cherry pink, or the stone oil. Give me a blue punch. This is the Blue Bar after all. There we go. Ooh. Getting a bit tipsy here. Alright, Gustafa, this is the level 10 bard that we saw in War for the Overworld. How's life treating you, my friend? If you ever have any free time, stop by and hang out. Okay, let's stay away from the hippie. Doesn't look like a reputable individual. Unlike you here. I used to live in town, but after I got older, I came out here with Nina to get some rest and relaxation. I hear you. Cities are where people go to die, not live. I used to live in the city, but then I got older and came out here. Wait, you just told me that. Geriatrics just repeating himself here. Lumina. Oh, hi, Marvin. I'm interested in this Romana person. She doesn't look very happy though, does she? She looks pretty shell-shocked. Camera angles are a bit weird there, Nathel. You don't have a lot of control over them, and they're inverted. Wait, you're Nina? If it isn't our new arrival, Marvin, as you can see, my husband and I are old. Live this quiet valley. Yeah, you must be poor as well. You're sleeping on the floor. I like her ladybird cap, though. We're getting on in years, so we both decided to come here to this valley to retire in peace and quiet. Can I watch your TV and rummage through your clothes drawer? and eat your food. Sure, there's some music playing here as well. If it's a warm day, then rain can really make you want to run outside, but warm days plus rain are not something that I've seen very often in my life. On that note, it's getting pretty cold out here. Missed the summer already. Alright, we met probably about half of the people here. They tend not to have huge casts, these games. What is this? Is this another experiment thing? Or do we have someone that just lives in this thing? Oh, ooh. Why is our stomach going goo? Was there something nasty in that drink you had, Marvin? Since it's raining, I didn't even need to bother watering my crops. Well, all 2 of them. But it would be a good idea to find where I can buy some more seeds. Also, I'd like to point out that this game probably came out in, I don't know, 2001 or so? Okay, Marvin here is dying. Probably running around the rain doesn't do good for your stamina. What were you doing in the fancy house? So yeah, let's say this game came out in 2001. Not sure if it did, but let's say thereabouts. It's got a full city to run around through with no loading screens or anything. Rune Factory 5 managed that 20 years later, and it was still a little weird about it. What is with the goo? 2003. Close enough. Does Marvin have to go to the bathroom, or is he just really hungry? Oh, hello, Romana. Weren't you somebody that owned the ranch over in Majora's Mask as well? If you have free time, come visit me. Well, I have free time right now. I come here for some peace and quiet in my old age. Please make yourself at home. Oh, I will. Marvin's clearly quite hungry, so where can I get some food? Playing this just makes me reflect even worse on Rune Factory 5's abhorrent load times. Well done on a year, Amobi. Oh, can I show animals to people? That's been a thing for the longest time. Cats are so independent. Don't cuddle them too much or they'll get annoyed, right? Can I steal your cat? Oh, it jumps away when I try to leg it with our cat. Oh, you added the Resident Evil Mansion style stairs as well. Haven't spoken to you, have I? Yeah. You look like a rich kid. I'm a free spirit here. Call me if you want some back away. Don't think I've ever met someone who introduced themselves as saying they're a free spirit, but if I did, I'd be backing away. Ah, we meet again. Yeah, Nami, that's what was confusing me. You're Nami, but then so's the geriatric. Marvin must be really hungry or desperately needing to go to the bathroom. But I see neither food nor restrooms. Hello Marvin, how are you enjoying Forget-Me-Not Valley? It's unforgettable. As for me, I was on a worldwide journey, then somehow ended up here and running an inn. Is it doing well? Oh, you know how it works, Skip. We're going to run this for a couple of hours, and then we're going to... I don't even want to say it. But we're going to do something alright. It's very nice of Marvin here to be knocking on the doors before he tries to enter. Makes sense, right? This is the inn. There are probably people staying here who don't want us just barging on in. was hoping this inn would have somewhere to eat, though. Oh, hey, this all looks like food. It smells very good. Must be their secret spice. All this food and Marvin can't eat. If you don't get married within the first year, you get a game over and start all over again. Really, is it straight up marriage? In Back to Nature, there's certainly there was 3 fail conditions, and one of them was not to have one of the girls like you with about 500 affection, and that's 500 out of like 65,000. It's very difficult to lose that game. Oh, but if you get married, none of the lose conditions apply, even the one about neglecting your farm entirely. Right, who are you? Ah yes, Chris. I'll take some milk from you if you have any. I like working in the city when I consider both my son and husband. This is the best place for it. Let's just back away once again. Hello there, I'm Flora. I'm guessing there's not much voice acting in this game, aside from some grunts and giggles. I study archaeology, professor, I helped out his dig over there. Yeah, they had this in Harvest Moon DS as well. There was some archaeological digging. You could dig your way down a mine in that one. Oh, she mentions digging by a waterfall. Perhaps there's a waterfall I can go and check out. But poor Marvin needs some food here. He's so hungry. How do these people subsist? Muffy, were you in Harvest Moon DS? I'm gonna have to... Well, no, let's not get carried away. I don't want to replay Harvest Moon DS, but I need to check where all the characters overlap. Must be hard running a farm. I think a man who works hard is sexy, though. She sounds like a bit of a gold digger, so let's stay away.
Yeah.
And this must be the kid that trains his son. Are you well, my friend? I love the wide open space of this valley. No worries. Elbow room. I'm with you there, Wally. Right, no one wants to feed poor Marvin here. He's just so hungry. Let me know if you need any seeds. Oh, I do need seeds. Just don't sell what you grow in town, because we don't need the competition. Wait, what do you mean by that? Surely if we grow it and then sell it to town, we're not creating the competition. All of our veggies are organic, so they're good for you. That's not how it works. Please, sell me some seeds. Maybe I could fry those up and eat them. If the soil is dry, then wait, you water twice a day in this game. You water and milk twice a day. Huh. Okay, she doesn't want to sell me seeds though. I assume that she's closed for the day. Usually in these games you can only buy up until a certain time. Oh, hello. When I was a child living in town, Vesta used to bring us fresh veggies. Would you? Oh, yes, I would. Honestly, I'd like to be able to eat, but it's nothing but seeds here. Seeds and fertilizer. I have a reasonable sum of starting dosh, so it seems like the right thing as well. You always start with the turnips. Okay, thankfully they'll let you buy multiple of them. I'm gonna buy 9 then. I'm not sure if fertilizer is edible to humans. Just a suspicion. Right, tatties are another great thing to be planting. You already have 0. How many would you like? How many can I buy? Oh me, oh my. Could probably fill up my backpack with seeds there. But no, I think another... Doing a bit of mental imaging here. I'll take 6. Bachelorette number 3 is best in my books. Her future child is the least ugly. Which one's number 3? Well, Celia seems the friendliest. Well, there was Muffy, but she looked a little too friendly. Don't trust people that are that... In fact, you know what? We like this lassie, so let's give her a present. Let's give her a lovely flower. Although we'll keep most of them for ourselves. Oh, goodness, I feel for Marvin, he's so hungry, but I have no idea where you're meant to get food. I can only get drink, and I've had that blue punch already. Definitely good that they added visible stamina in later games. Oh, well, here's a flower. I'll do this right in front of your folks in a public display of... Actually, that looks great, yeah, and it's mine. I didn't know you liked those so much. Okay, well, you can really have it. Poor Marvin doesn't look very happy there, does he? Oh wait, I can't give it to her now. Hello, Marilyn. I used to work for a big company in the city, but I had to quit because I got sick. Wait, what? Sick? Physically sick or just sick of being there? It's a plant. You gonna have it? Now that I've claimed it's mine, nobody's gonna take it from me. You got something tasty. Can I have... Yeah, eat it up. No wonder Marvin looks so troubled. It's funny, I didn't even talk to you there. Well, I didn't try to talk to you. Ah, okay, there we go. We can really see how pooped poor Marvin is. Maybe I can milk the cow and drink the milk. Okay, by telling her that it's all ours, she's not going to be taking it anymore. Let's not make that mistake again. Okay, poor sad Marvin is going to milk the cow, drink the milk, and go to bed. He probably doesn't have the stamina to plant the seeds that we've got. Also, where in the world am I? Yeah. Rimworld's anything to go by. The cow will provide enough milk for you to subsist on. Cow, give me the milk. No time for pasteurizing, Marvin. You're a hungry man. Eat it up. Oh, well, there we go. He looked a bit happier from that. There's another one to drink. No, that's not drink. He still looks a bit sad though, doesn't he? Oh, yeah, poor Marvin. Right, we'll get you a good night's sleep. Let that milk churn around in your belly, and then we'll go and plant ourselves some turnips. Some happy wee turnips. Which one was our home again? This one, because it's got a doghouse. I think I had a doghouse a very long time ago, but the dog must have stayed indoors. Why wouldn't it? It's where all the people were. Okay, let's write in our diary about how everyone was mean and nasty to us in the village, refused to give us some food. Oh, I didn't name the barn Albania, I named the whole farm Albania. Grim. Chumro is saying you need to feed twice a day. Huh. Is this the only Harvest Moon game that has twice a day kind of things? Every other Harvest Moon and Rune Factory I've played has once a day for your daily activities. Water once a day, harvest once a day, tend to your everything just once a day. Alright, well, there you go. Cows do need to eat a lot, to be fair. Literally everything else in the genre is once a day. Well, that's something that I actually quite like about the Harvest Moon genre. They're not afraid to make some mistakes with their formula. Although, the mistakes made in Rune Factory 5 were not with a formula. Alright, nah, well, why not? Just in case. They went for realism in this game, I see. What the? Oh, it's that mushroom kicking in. What the hell was that? And Marvin still looks very unhappy. I hope there's a hot spring or something around here. Poor Marv is on his bleeding last legs. Oh, forgot to watch the telly. Also, I woke up at 4:34 AM. That's bizarre. This is the weather report for the next 12 hours. It'll stop snowing due to the cold front passing. A TV shopping hour. This guy's full of energy on the telly here. Introducing the new Belly Buster. Any girl who wants to be thin is going to love this. Wrap the belt around your waist. Flip the switch, presto, your stomach is being vibrated. The vibration makes you nauseous, so you don't feel like eating, so you'll lose weight. Special dietary supplement, Smelly 2. All for the low price of, oh, crivens. The only TV selling thing I remember is QVC. Bad day, eat well and rest, your smile will bring you good luck. It's not been a great day for Marvin, he's really, really hungry. That's strange. Is sleeping not necessarily taking you from one day to another then? Could you go to sleep at, say, 12 at noon and then wake up at 7 PM, I wonder? Well, what I wonder even more is there anything like a hot spring around here to restore my stamina? Because poor Marvin's not feeling good in all this rain. Eating is for winners. Sorry, Marvin. Poor Marvin's not having a good time of it. Dal may be using this for his experiments. Really? What would it be? Looks more like some... looks a little big for fish netting, but... Go for a swim, maybe, Marvin? No, he's scared of the water. He's like my dog. Is there a bar? I'm sure there's food. I went to the bar. They only offered me drinks. And the inn, I couldn't find a way to eat at the inn. Maybe my moody-looking friend will have some words of advice on how to eat. There he is. Oh. How are things? I'm starving, Takakura. Not when they're sick or right before they give birth. They also stop giving milk about 40 days after giving birth. Breeding animals has always been a poor idea in Harvest Moon games. Just buy new ones so you don't lose productivity. Till the soil with your hoe, plant the seeds, water, harvest when the flowers wilt, add fertilizer to make crops grow bigger than they normally would be. There we go. Crops won't grow when they're too close to... No, that's trees. Thought it would be each other. Words of advice there. Okay. We've all been there. It's 6:10 in the morning, and we really need a drink. We'll check the bar, see if they can top up poor Marvin here. Where was the bar again? Cows were great money makers in Back to Nature as well, and if they won the festival, they'd give out golden milk. Now that might sound disgusting, but there is a kind of milk out there, golden milk, that's really rich. It's definitely not worth the price tag, but... Wow, the camera is beyond weird here. Oh no, no. No wonder he's so sad. He wants his cheeky little 7 in the morning drink at a pub, but it's all closed for him. Okay, well at least the rain has let off for a bit. Right, let's plant seeds until we pass out. I have a feeling Marvin's not got a lot of energy left in him. Hello, Nami. Yes, good morning to you. Everyone seems to get so... Yeah, we heard this one before. Could you live off of plants like that? Do they... Okay, well, she doesn't like it, so perhaps you can't give somebody something if they don't actually like it themselves. But it's weird, with Cecilia I was able to tell her that it's all mine and she can't have it, but... Seems like they nuanced quite a few things in this game compared to other Harvest Moons. Here you go. I won't rub this one in your face this time. You can have it. That looks great, and it's for you, Celia. I'm in your debt. Debt, you say? I love how everything blooms this time of year. We must have very different spring times. Can I give you another one, or is it one of those games where you can't repeatedly gift? Probably. Vesta doesn't want to get the gift either. Poor Marvin just looks so sad, so ill-treated here. Can you eat it, by the way? No. No, I can't eat the flower. Okay, time to plant. I assume I'll pass out, but I haven't noticed any hospital around here. Usually there's a clinic of sorts where you'll end up when you pass out. But not so far. A barn upgrade that makes the cows milk themselves. I'm not so keen on upgrades that stop you from playing the game. Right, Marvin, we all knew it would come to this. You've had nothing to eat but 2 gulps of milk, and... that was not the right button. I was never that great with the GameCube controller. Nothing to eat but some blue punch and some milk. So I can understand why you're so unhappy with your life on this farm. But you've got to earn it. C-stick cycle shoot. See, I'm rolling with a C-stick, but it doesn't really do anything. And I am quite certain I mapped my C buttons before I started this. Now there's a reasonable chance that I'm making a mistake by just planting in a square like this. Interesting strategy around how you plant your crops in Back to Nature. That I liked a lot. And see, I'm going around with a C-stick, but it's not doing anything. Unless you do something like hold L and do it. Aha! Here we go. Right, you press X and it brings up your backpack, and then you can go through them, so I should be able to, say, take out my heavy hoe and get heavy hoeing. Can't really tell if this stuff is watered or not, though. Well, this came out in 2004 in non-Japan, right? Trying to think what I was playing in 2004. Had Resident Evil Outbreak come out by then? Because I was obsessed with that. Yeah, almost certainly. Almost certainly, yeah, I would have been playing so much of that. Very subtle, the difference between watered and unwatered. Unless you can overwater. Doesn't appear to be a thing. Strings telling at a glance which is watered, even with them side by side. I wouldn't be able to say that one of them's watered and one of them's not. Jake, would you enjoy this game more than Stardew Valley? Probably not this game in particular. So far this feels a little too nuanced, even for a Harvest Moon game. However, I always think that Stardew Valley is a pale imitation to the Rune Factory series. So I'm looking forward to Rune Factory 4 coming out on PC so that Stardew Valley fans will no longer have any excuse to proselytize their game. That's a dangerous thought. Am I going to replay Rune Factory 4 when it comes out in PC? Probably not unless it has Japanese language options, and I can't imagine it will. Oh, we got a sprouter! It's the miracle of life. I don't know how long in real life it takes for tomatoes to come through. Tomatoes, I can't imagine surviving very well in outdoor Scottish soil. Which is better, Stardew or Rune Factory 5? Oh. Oh. That's difficult because I don't really want to admit that Stardew would be better than any Rune Factory game, but Rune Factory 5 was immensely disappointing. Probably Stardew. Having played both. Oh, well, I completed Rune Factory 5, I didn't complete Stardew. Rune Factory is too anime for my yeah, but Stardew Valley is a number of things. It's pixely rubbish. Now, I love some good pixely artwork, but that isn't pixel artwork. Ooh. Is this a talking turtle or just a regular turtle? What's this guy's story? Stardew tries too hard to be real, and that's not what I go into the genre for. Oh yeah, no, just thinking about that makes me suddenly think that Rune Factory 5 was a more enjoyable experience. Because playing Stardew Valley was a lot of anti-fun. I even streamed a little bit of it before long plays were a thing. I thought I was going to long play that game. No, I did not. Played it for a very short while and went, yeah, no more of this, thanks. Whereas no matter how much I did not enjoy parts of Rune Factory 5, I still played it through. Filled with ideas of new work. So what is it you do here? Stardew didn't make me feel attached to the character. Well, I certainly didn't like any of the characters in Stardew. Tomatoes take around 45 days to grow and about 100 to 150 days before they produce viable fruits. Oh, I didn't milk my cow. But how does poor Marvin eat here? He's so hungry. Try the bar again. Get some pub grub. Ooh, Muffy. A drink to relieve yourself when you're tired is always nice. Well, that I can agree on. Oh, you don't even make the drinks here. Can I go behind the bar? Can I go really far behind the bar? It appears not. You gonna sell me some drinks here? Okay, well, you're just for show there. You don't actually give me anything to drink. Please, Muffy, I'm so hungry. Poor Marvin's having a miserable time in Forget-Me-Not Valley. Lumina, do you know where there's any food here? I can't run outside and play. I need to conserve my calories. Okay, well, I guess it's back to drinking raw milk for poor Marvin just to stay alive. Oh yeah, the beggar might know somewhere to eat. Can't spell beggar without a B and a G. I don't think any Harvest Moon or Rune Factory game has actually involved meat eating AV11, outside of fish, of course. If you want to butcher animals for their food, you should play Shepherd's Crossing instead. That is a strange game, and pretty difficult to play in my opinion. I doubt those mushrooms fulfill my need for food. Hang on, I haven't been over here, have I? How do I get over there? Marvin is too intimidated by the river. And he's invisiblocked there. Yeah, if you want to butcher animals for food, play RimWorld. Really, any excuse to play RimWorld, it's so good. It's too good, that's the problem. Oh, I get it now. Starvin' Marvin. I didn't watch much South Park, but I've seen Starvin' Marvin. Oh, come on, Marvin. It's only been a day and a half since you were able to actually eat food. Or maybe you didn't eat on the journey here. It's possible. I lived with Professor Carter. Ah, Carter was in Back to Nature, but he was no professor. Well, here's a flower. Bet you don't get enough of these in your dig site. Grass isn't my specialty. I have no clue what that is. It's a flower, you freaking idiot.
Yeah.
There we go. Making ourselves friends by giving them flowers. Giving them free things, of course. Now and then, I don't even know why I run a bar. He probably just wants to enjoy his time. Serving drinks and playing guitar. Can respect that. Can I go down into the dig site, though? Hello, Carter. It's a good name, that. I'm Carter, pleased to make your acquaintance. If you ever want to help out with my excavation, please come by the digs. Do you pay in food? The only thing is, I need to be there to get you started. Well, I'm here. Let's go. Want to help with the dig? Please explain. Truth is, the work is really quite simple. The A button digs a hole in the dirt. When you dig a hole, you may find something. You can view your finds on the relic screen. This is important. You can't bring your rucksack with you. Make sure that you eat heartily before... How do I eat, Carter? I'm so hungry. I'll take a potluck here. You found a fossil. Okay. What? The back-breaking labor of digging one little bit there. Thanks for your help today. Let's see what we found today. Wow. What a hard ass. Okay, that was excessively strange. Isn't Harvest Moon just original Japanese Stardew? Oh, it is the absolute OG. Stardew Valley ripped off Harvest Moon in many ways. But it's insanely popular. I guess that's what it managed to do with Harvest Moon. Make it accessible to a lot of people. Maybe accessible is the wrong word, because Harvest Moons are very accessible, but they're not... They're probably not very palatable for a Western audience. Okay, let's go crawling our way to the bar so we can get something in our belly. Marvin's so hungry. He can barely make it. Seeing Marvin like this makes me want to do some kind of like no food challenge, going for as long as you can without eating. Sure, I'd perform better than Marvin here. Right, Muffy, for the love of God, where's my drinks? I don't get it. They just... He is hard. What are you talking about? Muffy just refuses to serve Marvin a drink here. Maybe while we're here we could chat her up with a flower. No, she does not seem interested. I'm gonna give it till 7. And if she's still not serving me by then, Mord is gonna have to provide. Do you want to know how to feed? Yeah, I would love to know where to get some food here. The inn didn't have food, the bar doesn't have food. The only source of food for me is my my cow. Fish, it's the easiest and cheapest food. All you need is a fishing rod, kitchen, and chef attitude. Behind your house is a little green plant, great for a snack. Milk when you're starving. Alright, 7 o'clock. Muffy, please. Why can't Marvin get a drink? Can she smell the pour off of me? It's okay to work, but... That's good attitude. Yeah, so what does Muffy even do there? She just stands around. Maybe just guarding the bar. Ah! There we go. In true times of desperation. Oh, that was not the right button. I'm always hitting B instead of A here. The layout is not quite right for me. Alright, Mugwort, what's up with you? No, not that. Tell me about the Mugwort. Strong scent. Well, down the hatch. There we go. Well, he seemed happy about it, but I think poor Marvin here is still ravenous. Oh, that's right, I didn't feed Mord this morning. Mord will not be happy. But hopefully happy enough to provide. Should be a counter on my fodder here. Ooh, only 6 fodder, but I probably get it from cutting up the grass out there. Okay, thankfully, despite not having a lot of food, you're providing for me. Down the hatch. My days. There was a time in my life where I'd be happy to drink tons of milk, but these days it doesn't seem so appealing as drinks go. Okay, there we go. Right, I think we've alleviated starvation for poor Marvin here. Although I should almost certainly cut down some of this so we have fodder. So it was at 6. I'm going to assume that... Oh no, he's already too hungry from cutting down all of this grass. I've never cut grass with a sickle. I used a lawnmower, I've used my bare hands. I've never had a sickle or a scythe. I imagine if you put the cow outside, you have to also bring the cow inside later on. There we go. Should be plenty of fodder now. Excellent. Right, let's take care of the food issue. For the cow, at least. Not for poor Marvin. But he doesn't look too unhappy right now, so that's a good cry. I should probably water these some more. It's very hard to tell what's watered and what's not. Okay, but that is most certainly more saturated with water. Gotta be careful not to overwater plants, by the way. Not in the game, obviously, but real plants. I haven't had any plants or crops in a very, very long time. Scythes are fun, sickles only remind me of back pain. Yeah, when your back starts to go, I imagine tending to a garden loses a lot of its appeal. But that's why you get kids and make them look after your garden for you. Ain't that right, Mum? I suspect her whole drive of really fancying up the garden was just to get me and my brothers out of the house. But hey, I just discovered PC. Dungeon Keeper at that time. How was I meant to leave the house when there were dungeons to manage? There we go, that's enough work for poor starving Marvin here. They don't look too unhappy anymore. I guess having a belly full of grass and milk. Oh god, and he said the grass is really pungent, so that's gotta be a nightmare in his guts. Have we missed the telly, by the way? It'll stop snowing. It never started snowing. Still the TV shopping thing. Oh, we missed the farming broadcast. I don't know if the horoscope has any bearing on how your day is actually going to go. I assume they're big on that kind of thing in Japan. I tried watching TV in the morning, but the broadcast hasn't started. Also, what is that? Do you just have weird dreams when you sleep in this game? There we go, lovely sunny day. What a disinterested looking broadcaster though. There'll be a thin cloud layer, but we expect nice weather. Okay, tell me about the flowers here. Do the farm crops have flowers? Of course! After the flowers bloom, we get crops, right? We can't pick the flowers. Crops need the flowers to grow. Once they grow, can we harvest them? Not so fast, but we'll call it a day. Okay, just a normal day. Talk to people. Someone older than you will bring us luck again. Grass has almost no nutrition as well, so the good news is you get to eat a lot of it. Well, could humans actually digest grass, you know, if they ate enough of it? I remember the stories of the Irish famine, and the Irish people's bellies were bloated with grass because they had nothing else to eat. And they died, of course. Right, let's make sure we have stuff to eat. Come on, these tomatoes could save our bacon. At the very least, maybe we could make some tomato soup out of it, like we're playing that game Dismantle. The horoscope does affect the game. It dictates the affection level you get when giving a gift. And the weatherman, just like in real life, is 50-50 on accuracy. Oh, good grief. So it's still a bit of a crap shot on the weather. Alright, so far I'm not seeing any downside to laying out my crops this way. Since the other farms had them in a checkers formation, I assume there was some advantage to that. The animation breaks a bit with the watering pot there. Well, I say a bit, I mean a lot. So Calden, you put this game forward. Could it be that you have some childhood affinity towards this game? If so, now's the time to say. I mean, if the roles were reversed, I'd be the one pushing back to nature, because that is my childhood, back to my childhood Harvest Moon. My middle brother, he got a job, and you know, when you first get a job and you first actually get paid real money for doing something, it makes you want to do stuff with that money, and thankfully his idea of doing stuff was also buying gifts for the family, so he got me a couple of games. One was Harvest Moon Back to Nature, the other one was some god-awful third-person shooter game. I forget what it is. Okay, let's not accidentally stab the cow. I got this game as a rental a long time ago, and I bought it after 2 weeks of play. The store had a policy where games you'd already rented cost... Ooh, that's a great policy. Let me just show you drinking your own milk, Mord. Mmm. You're keeping me alive. Ooh, gave out a bit more milk. It must be a happier cow. Although I would and should actually sell some of that. I never did video game rentals, never ever. The nearest Blockbuster was too far away. It would cost more in time, effort, and petrol to go and rent the game and bring it back. So instead, me and my brothers would occasionally get a game for birthday or Christmas, and of course save up our own money for more video games. The only exception to that was money that was spent on Transformers or Warhammer by the other brothers, but me, it was all games. Although when I first got a job, I didn't spend that money on games. I didn't spend it at all. I was told to save it all up. Save, 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 they said. Hello, Ruby. You look like you run a kitchen, Ruby, and you're in there, but you refuse to feed poor Marvin. Oh yeah, buying games second-hand, now that's a different story. Good way to get them cheaper. Do they still do that these days? I mean, I would have thought they would have introduced something to make that not possible, since it doesn't give anything to the game developers or publishers. Oh, so there is a doctor. Dr. Hardy. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Hardy. I might need your help at some point. Also, he's got a bionic eye. He might also have other bionics, like a bionic spine. Or a love enhancer. Been the Romana's family doctor for quite some time, yet she's still as stubborn as ever when I tell her to take her medicine. Is that another Japanese thing? Old people just hating to take their meds? My first job after school was at a publisher. I could get 40% off all the books I wanted. I spent a lot of money on books, says Marvin. Spending money on books. I don't really... Oh, these different kinds of flowers for me? What's your story? The goddess drop, a spring flower, sweet with a milky... milk. Everything we eat here is milk. I don't think I can eat these, though. No. I mean, buying books for me is going into the charity store, seeing if they have any Calvin and Hobbes or Bo Peep, and buying those. Otherwise, that's what libraries are for. Do you like snowdrops, old man? Or no goddess drops?
Ooh.
Those plants taken from around here, I heard they have special properties. Is the property value? I'll go and try and sell these, see if I can make a quick buck. The love enhancers, what they call them, hard. It's a mistranslation, it's hardly. Oh, Van is here. Wait, I'm not thinking of Van, I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of that con artist from Back to Nature. Okay, maybe Van sells food in his shop. I can see bottles there. Since Muffy wouldn't serve me a drink, maybe Van will. Where did he set up shop? Is it down there? Was somewhere slightly shack-like. Doesn't look like it. Where did he set up? I quite like that. That felt quite organic, running around and actually getting the shout out that he's doing that. Okay, here we go. Van, my man. Oh my goodness, get a room, you two. Please, Marvin is so hungry. He's subsisted off of grass and milk for 3 days now. The name's Van. He travels across the world selling rare items. Food seems pretty rare here. His shop is open on the 3rd and 8th of each month. Yeah, there was a period in the Harvest Moon and Rune Factory games, so I love that kind of thing. 2 weird days each month that something happens. Oh, I can sell you stuff. What will you buy? Will you buy my goddess drops? Can I only sell this one at a time? Perhaps. Do you want to sell that? I do. One of those is 15. You have 10. How many should you... Oh, wow. I'm really getting money for nothing here. Very well. Go big or go home. Well, let's not tell them that I just dug those out. Ooh, fishing pole. Right. Teach a man to fish and all that. Give me the pole. And haggle. Right, now that's a different story. I was thinking about traveling to some unknown village. Well, good for you. I'm thinking about being able to eat for once. No, I don't want to sell the fishing pole. Put it away, Marvin. Is there anything that I can sell here? This fossil that I found. Do you want a fossil? You like rare things, right? That'll be 50. No, 50's not enough. That's too, but okay, he doesn't want to. He doesn't. 50's not worth it. Look at this weird skull thing. Could get me in the National Geographic. I'm not selling it off for 50 gold. Buy my milk. This is the only thing that keeps me alive, and I'm willing to sell it to you. 150? That's quite nice. Will he really up the price, though? Oh. Let's just give it up. What else is he selling, though? I think he sold Bodigizer, which is a really big stamina upgrade. Does this game also have the two types of stamina? Stamina and fatigue? Because it's got both Turbo Jolt and Bodigizer. And Body Hyper? Ooh, I bet Mord would like a bit of brushing, so we'll get the brush for him. Put that away so we don't accidentally sell it. What else you got? Can I buy the booze, please, Van? How much are the wee flowers worth then? Ooh, they're worth far less. Okay, the haggling isn't working. I've been let down. However, this man has just sold me a means to actually feed myself. Let's go and get some fish. Never been fishing, although I'd like to go fishing at some point. I seem to recall, or may have entirely imagined, Dark Young saying he'd teach me how to fish. If I find myself back home, I might take him up on that. It is something I'd really like to do someday. I can go fishing. How to fish feels small hits, then reel in after a big hit. Okay, well, could I please fish? Okay, maybe I can't fish in the ocean itself. Maybe in the river or something. Let me show you my fishing rod. I wonder what you'd use that for. Yeah, I wonder too. Marvin seems to be having a hard time grasping it. Ah, excellent. The river. The river will keep Marvin alive. So, reel it in after a couple of hits, they say. No visible fish? Bit of a shame. Okay. Oh, there's a small hit. Another small hit. Ooh, in you come. Come to me. Marvin is so hungry. Ooh, that looks like a sizable fish. A rain bob. Eat the fish, Marvin. Eat it up. There we go. Nothing wrong with some raw fish. Well, there's probably a few things wrong with some raw fish. I feel like it's an experience lost from my life. Just fishing out a fish, robbing a piece of chicken wire somewhere and grilling the fish over that. Now that's something I could really get behind. A smelt, right. Raw fish was all good and well, but I'm sure that was just to keep him barely alive. Let's go and cook this one up. Actually, let's present it to you. Do you like fish? I'm pretty picky about fish, but I love big hushep. I can't stand Columbo. What is she on about? Come on, Marvin, this is your big break. Your first solid food in quite some time. Alright, well, get cooking, Marvin. Make a smelt soup? Fish soup is a real thing? Did we cook it? I'm not sure we did. I'm quite certain that we did not. Maybe I could make a fish salad? Oh, okay. Well, you're out of luck, Marvin, so just chomp it down. Alright, well, he looks absolutely energetic now. Now he's been able to eat 2 fish and drink some milk. Ah, Takakura. Just no. Something going on with these people. Huh. I don't know what to make of all that. I'm sure there was some subtle undertones there. Then again, that old grumpy looking guy did have a picture on his bedstand, right? Was it a picture of Muffy? Now that'd be every shade of weird. Can we look at it? A young Takakura and a pretty lady are smiling. I can't zoom and enhance on that. Maybe Muffy was coming in there as some sort of a threat to me because she knows I've been fishing on her territory. Ah! Weird beggar man. And he keeps saying hoi hoi. All comes together. I wonder if I can give this guy something to eat. People seem to indicate that these flowers were in some way edible. Although we don't know how to eat them. I don't like... okay. That could be nice and fish him up some food. A heart? Maybe I got that heart event just from hanging around the bar the whole time. Oh, there she is again. There's Muffy and, don't know the other lassie. Something's coming. Muffy, hang back. Check what's going on here. I'll hit up the bar in the hopes that Muffy is not working there. Might be able to actually get a drink. Oh, Columbo. Is that what she likes or doesn't like? I think she doesn't like Columbo. Right, let's make friends with the smelly beggar. Yeah, Van, you worked hard. Time to ging home. Oh, ooh, it spun me right round. Yes, Murray, you can have it. Can't seem to give it to him. I can only show him the food. Well, you know, I might as well eat it in front of him. Mmm. This is how productive members of society get to live. We get to eat food. Muy. She still looks rather shell-shocked. Well, should be handing out presents here, there, and everywhere. Take this flower. I'm growing crops, Endarian. Oh, well, that is confusing with Endarius. Who else wants some of me flowers? Oh, right, you don't like flowers, do you? But maybe... Maybe... she would like this skull fossil that I dug up. This is your specialty, right? It's one of the relics we found. I don't need it. Oh, jeez. The people in this game are really blunt compared to the ones in other Harvest Moons. Harvest Moon games tend to have overly friendly people in them. These people are, well, they're kind of dicks. Not in a good way. Alright. Oh, Marvin. It's been a hard day of... Oh, Christ. Did I feed Mord? I'll feed Mord after we go to the bar. Hello, Chris. I wonder if in the game they call her Chris Chan. Now that would just be scary stuff. That's better door entering animation than you get in Rune Factory 5. This game's ahead of its time. I'm Vesta's younger brother. I help out in the farm. Didn't I tell you that already? Probably. Hardy. Before or after work, Hardy? Yes, we heard that, Patrick. Ah, but this must be your brother. Casey. It'd be easier to tell you apart if you didn't dress the same. Alright, Gold Chain Man, hit me up with an actual drink. The other day, Muffy got some ingredients I didn't need. I thought maybe she was going to make dinner, but when I asked her about it, she just got angry. Oh, maybe she's making us some kind of present. I came to chat, Griff. Everyone lives so freely here in the valley. Just live the way you want and be happy. Yeah, well, what I want is a drink. I'll have the... Oh, let's just top off the old milk diet with some Moo Moo milk. Out of a cocktail glass. Marvin's poor guts. Ah. See, how unfriendly is that? You meet someone you know in the pub and you say, I was hoping to relax by myself. Oh, jeez. That's even better. You're in the pub, someone you know walks in, they tell you they don't want to be with you and they will leave the pub. And given this is the only pub in town, you were such unfriendly company that they'd rather just not have a drink that night than spend any time with you. Yeah, I like her. She's got pizzazz. Does anybody know what Mimi's favourite gifts are? Maybe I could get her something she likes. Just looking at her tells me she probably likes tomatoes. She looks so cheesed off. Do you like fossils? I got fossils. What? Really? It's all yours? I didn't say I wanted it, but hey, if you insist... What an asshole. Oh. Somehow I feel like Marvin got gypped there, but he seems quite happy with the whole situation. Well, he drank his Moo Moo milk, he flirted with a girl that really hates his guts. Now he's just going to go and feed Mord and cry himself to sleep. At least the warm embrace of the dog will keep him sane. Oh, even the dog doesn't like Marvin. Okay, Mord. At least Mord loves Marvin. Of course they do, they're both German derivatives. Get the brush out. Here we go. That's not how you do it. Oh, that ain't right. That was not right. It's a nice thing that you can milk without having to equip the milker, though. It was quite a chore in Back to Nature, going back and forth between your items like that. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Mord really likes it. He's coughing up the milk for us. Can I push you out of the way? Okay, let's not shove them about. Cows are very gentle creatures, but they do not like being told what to do. Very powerful creatures as well. There we go, shove off the milk. That seems to be all we can sell, though. Hang on, there was a ledger, right? Takura left a note. Take the money. Ah, so you have to come back here to get the dosh. I understand. I've made a staggering 150 gold off of selling 2 bits of milk. Now, I made more money off my milk by selling it to Van, so I get the feeling that the hardcore strategy in this game would be to save up your things and give it to Van. Food never goes off in a Harvest Moon game. At least I can't think of any food. No, there was a freshness value in... was it Harvest Moon Bazaar? One of them has a freshness value at least. Well, Mord hates us. If nothing else, we can at least go and brush the dog, so the dog will like us a bit. I can show it to the dog. I will show you the brush, but not brush you. Amazing. Alright, it's been a long and surreal day for you, Marvin. Go and hit the hay. Such is life in Albania Farm. The opportunity of getting the money now invested immediately might be... yeah. If you can weaponize that money, it'll be better to take less early. Nice to see people that understand opportunity cost. Useful when camping, the incredible survival kit Z. Looks so dependable. This little piece of ingenuity has a knife, a spoon, and 20 other tools. So it's a not Swiss Army knife. A fork, a lighter, a can opener, canned food, a pillow, a clock, a digital camera, playing cards, clothesline, a heater, and more. Even if you were to be lost in the mountains for a week, if you had this kit, you'd survive. Everything's 98,000 gold. There's a heater. It's only the size of an adult cow. I wonder if these are the jokes that they had in the original version or if they've all been localized. Okay, it's a bad day, so perhaps not a day to flirt with Mimi. Mord is my survival kit. Come to think of it, aren't all those things that cows can do? Cow could open a tin. Cow could be your heater. Cow could feed you. Mood normal. Okay. suppose that's better than something like mood spicy. Oh, wait, you've still got your food out. Ah, I could put out 2 loads of food for you. I guess it's 12-hour wait on everything? Hmm. Is he buying my stuff or what? See what he's up to. Sounds suspicious. Cows don't give milk all the time. Yeah, you've told me about this before, Taka. Poor guy, just wants a quiet life of giving me money for milk. Ah, but he could also give me money for grass. The strange inconvenience that they make you enter a room. Oh, can I not sell the mugwort? Ooh. Well, bottoms up. Strange inconvenience that make you enter a room to be able to sell your stuff. Leads to a lot more transitions than there needs to be. Which would bother me if this was Rune Factory 5 with its 20-second transmissions, but no. This game is, relatively speaking, lightning fast. You were putting mugwort back into your bag, and yeah, I couldn't get it down into the box. Maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough. Either way, Marvin here needs something to eat, and it looks like it's flowering. The tomato is growing. I wonder if tomatoes are renewable. Oh dear God! Most of my turnips died. Oh, turnips are not good in this season. Oh, okay. We've got a bum deal here. Curse that seed saleswoman, couldn't she have warned me? Even a subtle hint like, oh, you must have a greenhouse if you're buying these seeds, because it's not turnip season. Yeah, if I was playing this back in the 2000s, there would have been a manual for me to read with this stuff. If there's one thing that Harvest Moon Back to Nature was great for, and there were a lot of things, it had a really comprehensive game manual. Had a calendar with all the dates and birthdays on it, had information of all the crops, including their sell price, their seasons, where to get them. It was a really good game manual. Oh hey, it's Panda. A forewarning, Panda, the itch for Caesar 3 is starting to flare up. I've got a wee bit of a rash on the shape of Caesar's face. And I feel it yelling at me to get back to work, making Roman cities. I'm going to hit up John and try and get a copy of both Grimsby and Greekonomics. It's just calling out to me, that game. Good, you can return to good games, says Katzy. There has been a lot of ass on the channel lately. This isn't quite one of them, although there's certainly better Harvest Moons in my opinion. Then again, it's hard to formulate an opinion on a game that demands many hours out of you off of just a couple. It's all yours, Celia. Give me your heart event. Yeah, in your debt. Trucking and DDR, they're the saving grace. I plan to have some DDR tomorrow if I'm feeling well for it.
Ooh.
Well, it won't be turnip seeds, that's for sure. Actually, maybe a good way to see what's in season is to look at what they're planting here. They're clearly planting tomatoes on this field. What is that? That could be anything. Well, it's probably not carrots. What about this? Looks like more tomatoes. It looks a little shorter than tomato sprouts. I just don't know, though. Well, potatoes will grow in any condition. If you look at the seeds in your inventory, it tells you the seasons they grow in. Ah, that necessitates buying them first up, though. Right. Sweet potatoes are usually a fall crop. Aren't turnips usually a spring crop in Harvest Moon games? Strawberries are always crops for spring, though. My brother, he worked picking strawberries, I think, as his first job. It doesn't pay well, so I didn't follow in his footsteps in that regard. Tell us more about you, strawberry seeds. That's not what I want to do. Fall to spring. Ah, that sounds inclusive. Let's go. Watermelons, tomatoes, and potatoes, and there we go. I knew the strawberries before you did, Chumro. Chumro, do you also have a fond memory of this game? Like Kaladin there, renting it out for 2 weeks, then buying it? Was there not this moment for you of like, wow, well actually, what even drew you to pick up a Harvest Moon game? They're not the kind of games that I think cry out to you saying, this is what you should be playing, this looks like a great time. In fact, if my brother hadn't gotten me Harvest Moon, I probably never would have gotten into them. But I'm glad he did, because if I hadn't gotten into Harvest Moon, I probably never would have given a chance to things like Trucking Simulator. I gave a chance to Farming Simulator as well, but that's a mistake. That's a level of German that I could only ever dream of being, and it would be a nightmare. Oh yeah, there's liking Harvest Moon games and other farming games. What I'm saying is the initial moment of investing yourself in it. Being in that rental shop and actually deciding, you know what, I'm going to get this weird, quirky, Eastern-looking farming game. I can't imagine that's something that comes naturally. Let's make sure these ones are properly watered up. They are wilting beyond belief. I'll do you two as well, why not? A random choice. I do, says Chumro. My parents bought me the game for getting my flu shot. 25 squares left. Let's top you up. I recall playing hours on this because I wanted to finish it. I still have the game in the box. Wow. I discarded, I think, every game box I own. Except for Harvest Moon Back to Nature, funnily enough. I kept that box, disc, manual. I even have 3 memory cards. Because 1 memory card was not enough for all the Harvest Moon I wanted to play. 3 PlayStation 1 knockoff brand memory cards are in that box. And I'm keeping that. There's sentimental value there. Right, I really haven't checked out Pyrotechnician and his shack yet, have I? Jings, you look like 48 years old and you're living with your similarly dressed brother. Twin, even. This shack is what, 2.5 meters by 1.5 meters? It's... Well, it must be cozy living there with your twin. I bet you share everything together. They live in the treehouse. It's a treehouse? I'd love to tell, but this game does not do angles very well. All I'm doing is turning the camera left to right, and it changes its elevation of its own accord. The thing on the stilts. I'm trying to get a good view of it there. That looks more like a granary of sorts. Ah, there we go. Well, it looks like you'd have a little bit more personal space there. Hello, Ladybug. And hello, Nina. Nami. Don't be so eager to say hi. Christ. She really hates our guts. Giving her one old nasty fossil was not enough to win the redhead's love. so there's Nina and Nanny. I'm getting those two confused already. We'll try and check out the little tree house, as you call it. And then I want to go digging a bit more, go excavating. Oh! This just took a turn for the spooky. Did you come up for a game? Sure, why not? I was waiting for you. Let's get What? Oh no. Do you want to hear how to do it? Please, Patrick. We take turns to set lines on the board to occupy space. Use the control stick or the D-pad to move the cursor, push the button to move it faster, A button to decide. Surround an area with your color. You can only set a line where no one has set it yet. Smallest area is a triangle, but you can surround several triangles at once. Oh my. If your opponent's area was inside of yours, it will remain. So you take over their lines, but not their areas. This game is going to be too complex for my human brain here. And we're going to bet 10 million yen. And if we draw, it doubles. You want to hear it? No, no. Let's groove, Patrick. Oh, I've got a timer as well. Right. Well, let's just start right in the middle. Oh, you dirty rotter! You've got a total time that you can spend on this. Oh no, he jibbed me. That was my plan. Dirty rotter. Wonder what happens when I run out of time. He's gonna get me in here. Can't be having that. There, eat that. Oh, ho ho ho, crikes. He knows how to do this. Okay, come on, big win. So much for my big win. I'm getting butchered alive here by Patty. He really knows his stuff. Holy smokes, this is like playing Settlers of Catan against a German. You've lost before you even start. I'll give you back a minimum of 10 seconds each time. It's not unreasonable. That was a bum move by me. I'll give you this game. I did not expect this. I can't think of any other Harvest Moon game that's got mini games like this. Okay, well at least it didn't get double my score. Sorry, I win. Maybe I got too serious. Don't worry, I'll play. Is there anything to gain by winning this game? What a weird home. I don't think this is where they live. This is where they work. They live in the shack. I mean, there's nowhere to sleep here. I assume these pillows are for sitting on whilst you work. Otherwise... Whoa, scary stuff. Please, I want to leave, Patrick. How do I get out of here? There we go. Down we go. I kind of want to see their crummy little shack, but they're not letting me in. Oh, that game was pretty brutal, though. Ah, it's Chris. I don't think I've given Chris a present. I can't control myself around that. Can I have it? Sure. It's like the Harvest Moon equivalent of a boy named Sue. Now that was a decent trucking song. Well, let's go and dig up some dirt. Maybe we can also give that to Filthy Man here. He reminds me a bit of that crazed individual you find in Clock Tower who, if you talk to too much, ends up eating the lass. Well, I think he eats her. There's certainly an implication there of, well, he was just so hungry. One of these days I'd like to visit the other Clock Tower games. I only played the first one. But the other ones were real early game janky 3D, and that's... I'm not sure they'd quite capture the horror that way. Although some games have. Alright, let's get digging. Don't worry, I've eaten loads of milk and grass. Day after day we dig. May look hard, but we love it. Damn diggers. Do something productive. Can't grow crops down here. This doesn't really appeal to me, but when I was a kid I remember watching Time Team, and they managed to make digging in the dirt look really exciting. Is he going to stop me again? It was weird last time. He stopped me after one little dig, and I do not know why. Time Team was great for filling complete episodes with almost nothing. I think on their very first episode they actually didn't find anything. But at least it added a bit of authenticity to the show, that they don't always come out a winner. Then again, that was a long time ago. The only thing I remember is the theme tune to it. Yes, I'm done helping Carter. Now let's have you look down on what I've dug up. Well, I found... What the heck is that? Nothing important. He looks so displeased with my work. And he's not going to check out the fossil either. Oh, whatever it is. It's not... I wonder if Nami would like that weird fossil thing we dug up then. Not the skull fossil, but the human statue. Van might buy it. No, my love will buy this. The angry redhead will win her over yet. Have you played this game? No, I've not played this game before. This is my first time checking out A Wonderful Life. When it comes to Harvest Moons, I haven't played that. Well, I played the Super Nintendo one. I played Back to Nature. I played Harvest Moon DS. I played Harvest Moon Bizarre thing. I forget the full name of that. And there was another one, like something about islands. So, you know, I haven't played many of them. That looks great. Yeah, it's all yours. I just realised there's no affection indicator. Even Back to Nature had a little heart to show if the girls liked you or not. Let's go and stalk her for a bit. What's she up to? If she's staying here, maybe she has a room at the inn. Island of Happiness? That might well be it. I've seen strange dishes you wouldn't imagine. Ice with syrup on top. I've seen that. Fried frog's legs. I've had that. Frog's legs is one of the most unremarkable foods I've ever eaten. There's barely any meat to it and it doesn't taste of anything. And its texture is just like that of chicken. Okay, so I can get the recipes around here, but I can't eat the poor food. Now, where does Nami stay? Maybe she won't let us into her room, though. She's just keeping it locked, hoping that we get the hint. I believe I've eaten snails. I was in France eating a bunch of French, well, I'd call it French food, but stereotypical French food. I would have had snails. I think it was just very meh, but of course loaded with garlic. Hey Jake, I brought myself Rune Factory 4 Special Edition and the DLC for the Switch. Do you think I made a good buy? I think you have made one of the best buys out there. Although it's supposedly coming out on PC soon, so... Well, it's perfectly well enough to play on the Switch. I think I'm going to check out the PC release though. Okay, but what I won't be doing is checking out more of this though. We've ran this for a couple of hours, and it looks like your standard boilerplate of this period's Harvest Moon games. The trouble is, I think these ones have been overshadowed by, well, the likes of Rune Factory 4 that have since come out. So I think when it comes to Harvest Moons, the ones that you have your nostalgia for are going to be the best ones for you. For me, that's Back to Nature. But I could totally appreciate somebody playing Back to Nature today would be very frustrated with the insane lack of quality of life. Already there's plenty of quality of life over this game than there is there. For example, being able to stack up your items and having a healthy amount of space in your backpack from the get-go. In Back to Nature you start with 2 backpack slots, and that will hold, say, 1 turnip and 1 other turnip. Pretty grim times, but I still love it. Okay, what I'm going to do next is probably something that I won't love. In fact, there's no chance of me loving it, because either I won't like it, or I'll like it and be horrified with the fact that I do like it, because it's going to do things very akin to what Dominions 5 did. Let's see if we can't transition somewhat smoothly to this. I didn't even think about having it set up, but maybe, just maybe, it'll work out. Anything's possible, right? Oh god, it might even. It might even.